You see a lot of the people out there that seem to be getting misled by the things that they're seeing online. Well, that's only going to increase, and I'll give you some tips and tactics you might be able to offer yourselves, your family, those people in close proximity with you to maybe stay away from this, and covering some areas that you might not actually realize AI has become involved in. You can see all the people talking about what they consider P doom, which is potential doom. So we see people talking about that end of the AI spectrum where it's basically going to do us all in. And then we see people talking about the other end of the AI spectrum where it's going to equate to this utopia of sorts, a place where we will all be so incredibly happy, fulfilled, and really do anything that we want to do. And I know Mo Godwat, which is one of the AI architects from back in the day. He came out with a story that really made a lot of sense. It really resonated with home. And it's Superman, the story of Superman. You have an alien coming to Earth as a small child, and you have the Kents who happen to pick him up in the middle of Kansas. And they're the ones that became his parents. They were his role models. They were the ones that he trusted. They gave him the alignment. They brought him up. And that's how most of the kids work. And, you know, in some cases, you might bring them up to the best of your ability, and then they go on their own tangent and go off the rails, and who knows where that goes. But you track back, and of course we all blame ourselves for it. We say, oh my God, I must have done this, done that. But realistically, in most cases, it's not that. They're independent human beings. You train them up into a point, you give them the education, you give them the nurturing, give them the love, you give them whatever you're able to give them up into a certain point, and then they start to make their own decisions. They start to make their own determinations. They start to set their own goals. And then from that, they achieve those goals, depending on maybe some of the influence you had, some of the influence bad people had, good people had, and so on. That's where artificial intelligence is, and that's where Superman was. He was actually aligned with people that had good values. I'm not saying that it wouldn't have turned out another way, but that's the case. So if you equate artificial intelligence to Superman, you can see that the Kents really had a good thing in mind. And hopefully the developers and builders of the AI technology, the people that are aligning it and putting all the data into it and then double checking the data and correcting it when it comes out with something bad or something that's going to be harmful to the human race, hopefully that they make that adjustment and they align it properly because their intentions are pure.